Based on analysis we did last year on sustainability in V4, between 70% of students and lecturers think that typical costumers of small fashion brands in V4 are most concerned about plastic waste and pollution and supporting local businesses and recycling. Sustainability Collaboration Platform in V4 is a project based on a database of fashion experts, manufacturers and producers. We think that this kind of platform is a very important piece in making a change towards sustainability in V4. We invited leading international experts to answer our questions, such as the founder of Fashion Scout Martin Roberts, and an award-winning international consultancy and platform. Project University partners from V4 will also answer our questions on this topic.
It's really important that the designers and organizations across Central Europe collaborate together. They will share experiences and discover that each other are going through very similar things, have similar needs, and can work together to find solutions. There's a saying that strength in numbers, and by working together, they can find solutions and become stronger together.
I think collaboration is important in general. And the whole project, or the idea of the whole project, started with the thought of creating a platform of collaboration. I traveled the world and I returned back to the Czech Republic with a lot of international experience. And I knew that we were facing quite a lot of difficulties in running fashion business in the Czech Republic. And I knew that we were facing very similar problems as all the other countries in Central Europe. So I'm very happy that we did it. We created an amazing project of collaboration in the Central Europe, supported by strong partners such as the Visegrad Fund, but also the universities, prestigious universities from 4 countries. And what is amazing now is that we are facing the problems. Of course, we still do, but we are finding the solutions together.
Well, I think the collaboration in general is very important everywhere. Especially when we are talking in terms of sustainability. I think we cannot play as a solo players, especially designers cannot. I'm teaching at the academy, and a graduated student cannot somehow continue his career alone. So he always has to have some team of co-workers with him, and for sure for him it's better if he is able to cooperate abroad also.
I think that since a couple of years we can already observe the trend that Visegrad countries start to work together, and we could see this in the series of events which happening in this part of Europe. So the cooperation is actually the key, because when we cooperate, those countries can bring, the mentors from their own countries, and they can also attract the investors to have, funding for fashion shows, maybe some roundtable, and also for the mentoring program. And I think that it's also all about the sharing the best practice and making the connections between those countries. And probably, also thinking about the business opportunities in the future.
I think collaboration is the key for creating amazing projects for success. It's very important because everyone has their own cultures, their own traditions, and joining them all is an amazing key for working and creating better things.
Okay, I think that it's one way for us, because the Visegrad group for me is the Central of Europe, and we have the same historical stuff from after the Second World. So I think that it's very super work together, because we have some historical stuff with the communist identity, as communist identity, democratic stuff, and we can work in the design in the same meaning, in the same way.
I think collaboration is important. As a concept, it is a really important concept for every country, not just for Central Europe. Specifically for Central Europe, I think because of proximity,
but also similar culture, maybe an economic sort of situation. So I think different countries standing together and working together will make it a stronger sort of force going outwards. Yeah.
Local collaboration in Central Europe, I find it very important in that sense that we need to support each other, which is a kind of ideology, and from the practical point of view, but it's quite easier to collaborate within Europe than to send our designers to China to supervise the entire process and then to pack everything into containers, yeah? And bring over to Europe.
That's what I already said. Sharing good practice is a key moment of developing a certain business. I think that because we don't have a strong history of fashion industry in Czech Republic and in the Central Europe in general, it is very important that the people that do have the knowledge and have the experience share their experience with the young talents, because that is the only way we can help them to build their own career, and we can all together build the fashion industry to be stronger. But what I wanted to say, and I think it's a very important message, that we are Central Europe. Of course, we have certain regional situation. We do cope with similar problems with the other countries in Central Europe, but we are still part of Europe. We are not a separated continent. We have been part of Europe historically always, and there is so many amazing talents and so many amazing universities and great schooling. So there is a lot of talent to be discovered in Central Europe, and who can do really amazing business in fashion industry.
We can all help local talent by actually simply supporting them, actually going out and buying clothing, buying designs by them, working with young photographers, working with stylists, and appreciating their work, understanding their point of view.
Sharing of a good practice, we all need that, because we would somehow need to go ahead forward faster. And if somebody already knows what to do, how to do, have already found some good method or technique or something which can make a fashion industry or fashion in general better, it's great if he is able to share, because then others can go forward faster.
I think that we can support the young designers by providing them the tools and also organizing various workshops where, you know, established designers could come and share their practice, the best practice. And also, I think it's quite important to establish, you know, the profitable partnership between the universities and institutions. So I think that all the grants that local government can provide, we could use that. Also, we could use like a European Union funds, and also like local initiatives, local fashion shows, workshops, pop-up stores, everything which can promote young designers and their brand awareness.
Well, I think we can share them, like, local creativity is amazing, and I also think joining forces with other creatives is also very important. So I think we must support them all the time and with every tool we have, just showcasing them, exploring their projects and being with them.
Because the local design and the local stuff, it's new. It's not new trend. It's a new life for us, and we have the many students who would like stay in the Czech Republic or Poland, doesn't matter which country, and work for the people in their country. So I think that it's important to help them with the working in the country, in the Europe.
I think it's always important to start locally. So I think promoting young talent within the local market is very, very vital. And that there is an understanding and awareness of this creativity sort of growing within the countries. I think sharing good practice is very important for future generations, to pass on the information, pass on the knowledge. But it's also about like transparency and free flow of information.
Young people, young designers need a platform to communicate. So European Fashion Accelerator is helping them in this matter. They can communicate, they could exchange experience.
The collaboration in fashion industry and in all creative businesses is key factor for success that I learned through modeling career, through building my business, my event agency, my modeling agency, starting amazing projects like Fashion Weeks in Czech and Slovakia. And also European Accelerator is very important project of collaboration. Without key partners, we would not be able to develop the project, we would not be able to upgrade the project every year and offer great solution to our young designers. So I'm very proud that we managed to build a strong platform of education and PR support of local talents. And everything that I learned in my past career, I learned through collaboration with people. So I think that what we do now with this project is amazing, not only for the designers who are the most seen, but also for all the creative team, including the cameras and the photographers and makeup artists. It's all creating an environment that is friendly and that is super creative and that can bring amazing results.
So at Fashion Scout, we run a platform in Southeast Europe called Fashion Scout Southeast Europe, where we work with designers and fashion weeks from Bosnia, Serbia, Croatia, Macedonia, and Montenegro. And their designers come together with their fashion organizations for international competition. They get to meet each other, they get to see the designs and talk to each other and understand they're often going through the same problems. Production problems, pricing, access to market, fabrics, sourcing. The organizations also realize that they've got similar problems of access to international audience, as well as for sales for their designers and appreciation by the government of the wonderful creative talents. And again, by working together, by talking, they form a bond. They realize that there is a lot they have in common. And again, there is strength in numbers of working together. And I've seen people from Serbia buying designers from other countries where they would never have seen that and never have had the opportunity to discover that.
Me working at the academy, we are used to collaborate with other academies, so for example, Czech Republic. This is always very nice because we can see different points of view. We all have somehow the same mentality, sharing common ideas. And it's always good to see that you are not alone and you see other students having the same problems as you have, fighting the same challenges as you are fighting. And if you see those who succeed, it can give you a great support because you can truly believe you are able to do that as well. Or if you see some failures, you can very fast learn from their mistakes. So I think this is great, and also we are collaborating with small companies where students can get a lot of experiences.
I think that the most important is look for resources. So for my own work, sometimes I need to work with graphic designers, illustrators, and I'm always like looking for the young and emerging, creatives. For them, it's very important to show their portfolio. For me, it's also important to see like more innovative, ideas and talents, and people who are just starting, their careers. They are also tend to be more humble, and they really appreciate the opportunities. So I would suggest to young designers also to look in their own local network. Maybe they have friends who are photographers, makeup artists, stylists, right? Or they have colleagues who could be a model. So they can really start small with a bunch of their friends or people that they know, and then they can grow. So everybody can benefit in the end of the day and promote each other.
My experience in collaboration is, I'm from Latin America, I'm from Argentina, and I've been collaborating with designers from all around Latin America for a while now. And the key is collaborating with different designers from different countries, from art directors, from stylers. That creates something amazing, and this union and this participation of all these different creative people creates something bigger, and it's amazing how the scope you can get.
But what is important for me, it's the collaborate with the Slovakia, because for me it's to make some Czechoslovakia stuff. So for me it's very important work together with the Slovakia designer, because we have the similar language, similar identity, and we can understand more the Czechoslovakia market.
I mean, collaboration, I guess, comes in many different forms, and I'm constantly collaborating with people every day, through my business. So, I mean, to give an example about, maybe working on a day-to-day running a PR company, I consider, working for a client a collaboration, because when you collaborate with someone, you think on their behalf also what makes sense and what would be the kind of steps or strategy that you take forward. So for me, a good collaboration is a complete understanding of everybody's roles and objective within the project. And so, like whenever we have a really successful media, result, or when we, especially now we do a lot of social media strategy for brands. And so I think it's also about understanding the client's need. So we, always take their perspective as to, what we would do things, and look for the right type of media, look for the right type of influences. And when a good result comes out, I always consider that as like a good collaboration. And, but through doing lots of this, you understand better like the need of different parties, different creatives. And then, so I think it's also like for the growth of everyone, that's involved. I think being open to different ideas is really important. So I think open-mindedness and also, again, sharing information and collaborating with each other is what I would advise for any young designers or young brand to start off.
It is obvious that the best advice for a young designer is go to already established sewing business and get some experience. And then when you would like to establish your own business, this experience is going to be crucial. So we are sending our graduates of our school to biggest companies, and they come back with this experience. It's going to be beneficial for their own career.